Hello students, welcome to SRPS online studies. Okay, today we are going to start our structure of flower. Yes students, have you recognized a plant? So how you recognize a plant? By its flowers. Okay, so most flowers we have seen they have a sweet smell. The smell of the some flowers is so strong that the moths are also attracted towards them from a long distances. Okay, so some flowers have no smell at all, so some have an unpleasant smell. So what we had understand from all these things, so by all these things we know about that any plant is recognized by its flower or by the attraction of these flowers. So now we are going to start that what are the parts are there in flower. Now the structure of flower. Flower varies in many ways. Most flowers have the same basic structure, or we can say so some of them are so structure of flower. How we can say? We can say that in a form of structure of flower, see, a stalk like a flower has a stalk like structure which joins it to a stem. You see, a stalk like structure is there which joins to its stem. This is known as our petiole or pedicel. Okay, this is known as our petiole or pedicel. See, the sepals are also there, a green leaf like structure. This is a sepals. This one is inside the ovary, ovule. Stigma is there, a neck like structure. At upper side is stigma. Style is there. This one colorful part is petal. Anther, a particular stamen. This is the male reproductive part of a plant, of a flower, and they have a two structures included in them. First one is filament and the other one is anther. Okay, so these two parts are included in stamen, and the stamen is a male reproductive part of a flower. And in the flower, female reproductive part is our pistil or carpel. So pistil or carpel, what we see in the pistil or carpel, three things are there: stigma, style, ovary. Okay, three things are there which consist are pistil and carpel. This is our female reproductive part of a flower. It consists of three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Let's see structure of a flower. See students, structure of a flower. A flower has stalk called pedicel. The star have a stalk-like structure that is called pedicel. So the outermost whole of green leaf-like structures. See this students, in this diagram you have seen a green color leaf-like structure is there. They are known as sepals. When the flower is in a bud form, it still protect the flower when it is in a bud form. So these are our sepals. The green leaf-like structure is that type of sepals, is that type of protection. So when the flower is in a bud shape, it protects the flower when it is in a bud shape. Next to the sepals are petals. Petals are our very colorful part, or we can say that it is a very attractive part. So next to the sepals are the petals. They are generally bright in colors and scented also, and this is only the part by which the insects also attracted towards the flowers and helps in the reproduction. Okay, so understand that colorful part of a plant, of a flower, is known as our petals. In the center of the flower rises a flask shaped structure that is called our pistil. See, in the center a flask like shaped structure is there. So this whole flask like shaped structure is called our pistil, and this base part is called ovary, and inside the ovary ovule is present. Okay, and short tube like, and what you have seen, a short tube like upper part is there. So upper part is called stigma. The uppermost part is called our stigma, and a tube like structure that is called our style. Okay, so and inside the style a pollen tube is present by which the anther or pollen grains enter into the ovule. Okay, so clear students. So in our pistil, how many parts are included in it? In our pistil, 3 parts are included in it. First one is stigma, second one is style, and the third one is pollen tube, ovary, and inside the style one tube is there, pollen tube. By the help of this pollen tube, what happened, the pollen grains enter into the ovary or ovule. Okay, now the next part is our what, the next part we can say that the next part is of male reproductive part. See, in a flower, the male reproductive flower is stamen. See, this stamen is there, and this stamen consists of 2 parts: a thin filament like structure, a thin thread like structure which is attached to the ovule, that is called filament, and over on the filament one bilobed structure is there, that is called our anther. And in this anther also they contain some pollen grains, and these pollen grains are very light weighted. They are just like a dust like particles, so they also help part in reproduction. So student, what you have seen in a structure of flower, we have seen overall in a structure of flower that a stalk like structure is pedicel, a green leaf like structure is sepals, and a male reproductive part in a flower is stamen, and the stamen also consists 2 parts, anther and filament. And the next one, in the flower, female reproductive part is pistil or carpel, and they consist of 3 parts: style, stigma and ovary, and the petals are the colorful, scented, attracted part of a flower. Understand? This is a structure of a flower. We had already studied about structure of a flower. So in that part we have seen that male reproductive part in a flower is stamen. So now today our topic is pollination. See student, in our stamen part, let's see here by the diagrammatical representation you have given some information. See, this one is our stamen, and we know that the stamen have 2 parts. The base part is filament, and the upper one, yellow part, is anther. We know about that this bilobed anther have some light weighted pollen grains are also there included in it. Okay, so the pollination term is also belongs to that pollen grains. Yes, now let's understand what is pollination. The pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma. Understand it again. These pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma of either the same flower, in the same flower, or of another flower of the same kind. By what things? By wind, water or insects. So this process is called pollination. Listen students, what happened? We all know that in anther pollen grains are present. So when they burst out, when these pollen grains goes to the stigma of the same flower or to the another flower stigma or at the same kind, by which agent? By the help of wind, by the help of sticking any insect's body, or we can say by the help of water. So this process of transferring of pollen grains from anther to stigma, they are known as our pollination. Okay, so what happened after pollination? After pollination, the ovary swells up and changes into fruits. Listen students very carefully. We have seen in a structure of flower 2 parts are there, ovary and ovule. So this ovary part swells up and make a fruit, and the ovule which is inside it, they can change into seeds. Understand? So whenever any question is there that the fruit's outermost part and the seed is developed from, so the fruit outermost part is developed from ovary and inside the seed is developed from ovule. Understand? So this term understand you. The pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma of either the same flower or another flower by the help of wind, insects or water. That is called our pollination. Okay, we have seen that the pollination are of also 2 types, self pollination and cross pollination. After this, So after this what happened? So after that then the ovary part swells up and make a fruit, and the ovule make a seeds. Now our next part is fruit. Fruit, we all know how they develop. After pollination, the ovary swells up and then they form a fruit. And these inside the seeds, they are made up of ovules. Okay, so the what we had studied in our food part, we have studied that fruit is generally made of fruit wall and seeds. Okay, fruit wall and seeds. So we have seen there the section of one apple. So in that part we have seen seed part is also there, which is made by ovule, and the outermost green part that is made up of by ovary. Understand? Now we have seen that how the pollination occurs. So we have seen that the three agents are responsible for that. So the three agents, what are they? Pollination by insects. See students, by this, see this insect is there on the flower. So what happened? These pollen grains of the flower, of the stamen, of the anther, they stick over on the body of the insects. When this insect go to the other flower, what they do? They release the pollen grains there. So by this help of by the help of this insect also pollination occur. So one by pollination by insects. Second thing we can say that by the help of water. If the plant is in water, what happened? Their pollen grains goes into the water, and by the help of water, by the flow of water, it goes to the other plant, and then they have to be reproduced there. And the third part is stick insect, water and wind. When they burst out, they are the light-weighted pollen grains. So what they do? By the help of wind, when it goes to the other stigma, that is also one pollination type. Okay, pollination carriers. So students, in this chapter we had discussed about all type of plant parts, that what are the how many shoot system and root system, how many parts of plants are there. Okay, and each one of their functions, modifications, and how they modified, we have studied about them. We have studied about the structure of leaf, types of roots, and we have studied about the venations. How many types of venations? Reticulate and parallel venations. After that we studied about the structure of a flower. After studied, we have at last we studied about the pollination, that what are pollinations. So pollination, we see that the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma, that are called the pollination. Okay, thank you.